Hi guys, today I want to talk about something that I touched on a blog post last Sunday, and it's about hair care and what you need to do to actually keep your hair nice and strong and shiny, and especially if you're like me and you highlight your hair or you have it treated with all kinds of heat, and especially because I do modelling, they go crazy on my hair and they tease and then they curl and then they straighten, and I can have like 3 or 4 different hairstyles in one day, and my hair could so easily be super knackered. But I have found a bit of a structure to how I treat my hair and what I do to it, and over the years it's turned out that my formula actually quite works. So if you are keen and interested in seeing exactly what I do with my hair, go in and have a look at a blog. There's a blog post there from last Sunday that I will link in this post as well, so you can see it. But in that blog post I actually touched on the difference between moisture, protein and Olaplex for hair, because it is a jungle. You have so many products out there and all of them are saying like basically we're going to make your hair amazing, and then you look at it and you kind of go, well, they all have different ingredients and they all do different things. Like, all hair is not equal. Which one would actually be amazing for my hair? And the main kind of 3 groups that I found that I tend to use is the protein, the moisturizing treatments and Olaplex, and they all kind of like comes in treatments, comes in hair and like shampoo and conditioner. It kind of comes in all different forms, except Olaplex because that one is a bit different. But I wanted to go through them because I think it's a bit confusing, and I've only learned it because I can really had to because of my work. Let's start with moisture. I'm going to show you my favourite moisture mask. I use this every time I go in the shower and I wash my hair, and it is a Redken. It's called All Soft, the All Soft Heavy Cream. Did that. Come on, focus. So this is a great product because what it does, it actually brings back all the moisture. So when your hair is dry, which it can be by weather, wind, treatments, heat, all of these kind of things, you basically you can kind of feel when your hair is a bit dry. It's just got that feeling of kind of hay to it. That's what you normally need, and is moisture. So I've been using this treatment for quite a long time, and I've been using the All Soft series for ages when it comes to moisture. But it's that thing of kind of like finding the fine line between over moisturizing and under moisturizing your hair. Because if you over moisturize it, you literally end up with quite like oily hair and a bit heavy, and you don't get any bounce and you don't get like any volume whatsoever. So what you want to do is just kind of find that balance of how much moisture does your hair need. And if your hair's not dry, you might not actually need any moisture. But it's good to know that if your hair is dry, feels a little bit like hay, try a moisturizing treatment because that might be exactly what you need. But then on the other hand, if your hair is feeling a bit brittle and like it's not growing any longer, you feel like it's breaking all the time, and it's moisturized, like it's not dry but it's just breaky, it's just brittle, then you might actually need protein. So for that I actually use another Redken product. I'm quite a big fan of Redken, and this is the Extreme series, and that has a protein in it instead. And what the protein does compared to the moisture, which just basically just brings more oil and moisture into your hair, the protein actually goes in and fixes the keratin. So the keratin is what basically your hair is made up of, and it actually goes in and kind of fills the holes of where the hair is brittle. So if you feel like your hair has been treated a lot, it breaks a lot, what you might be lacking is actually protein. But there's a big but with this. If you overuse protein, your hair goes really stiff. So like all your hairs will go really, you will feel it, you will literally feel that. I've had this in the past when you get the protein build-up and it's just, your hair starts feeling hard, and then it will actually break because of that. So it's a really tricky thing to know, how much is too much, and you will get to know your hair enough to know, have I put too much protein in, have I put too much moisture in, have I don't have enough protein, don't have enough moisture. So it's all kind of like, finding your balance of what your hair actually needs. But if you are having problems actually growing your hair and making you want it to get longer, maybe a protein product will be exactly what you need. So the last one that I want to go through is the Olaplex. You might have heard about this one. It's a bit of a hype product. It's definitely a favourite of mine. I use it about once a week. It's quite a lot of plexes out there, because I think what happened is that Olaplex came around. I'll show you the bottle. Olaplex came around and a lot of the other brands kind of went, ooh, that really works and it's got a great, like, people are loving it, so we're just going to make Plexes as well. Just because something is called Plex doesn't actually mean it's like Olaplex, so that's really good to know. What Olaplex does, so this is a bit of a chemistry nerd thing. I'm quite into my chemistry when it comes to like beauty, so I've made quite a lot of research and I've also spoken to a few people talking about Olaplex. And the difference between this and the protein and the moisture is that, one, it doesn't actually leave anything on your hair. What it does, it actually creates a chemical reaction in your hair. So when you got your hair and you are either straightening it or maybe colouring it, what happens is that you've got the sulfur connections and they're basically like stuck together in a little bond in your hair. And if you treat it and you heat it and stuff, they can actually break apart. And apparently when you actually like perm your hair, you forcibly break them apart and make them twist like in different ways, and that is how you actually get the curl. Not 100% sure about that because I haven't done proper research on that, but that's what I've heard. But it makes sense if you think about it. So basically, you've got the two kind of connections, they break apart, and that's what makes your hair brittle after you have had lots of heat treatment or you had colour or something else done to it. So what Olaplex actually does is it goes on top of your hair and you actually reconnect these bonds. So you kind of like, your hair gets straightened or gets strengthened straight away. And it doesn't actually stay on your hair. Once the chemistry bit of it's done, it's sorted. So it's a funny product. Like for me, it works really well because my hair does get really bad damaged. But for someone that have like virgin hair, that's perfect. You guys are not going to notice the difference. Like literally, don't waste your money. There is no reason for you to get Olaplex. Olaplex is literally just for us who got damaged hair. And it's not going to leave anything in your hair. All you're doing is taking those connections and reconnecting them again. And it's something that no other product has been able to do before because it's got like that kind of patented formula, and it's very, very scientific, and it's very kind of, it's very clever, and I'm surprised that no one has actually thought about it before. But it's one of those wonder products. You can actually get it when you're at the hairdresser, when you're having your colour done, you can get it there as a treatment. I think there's 3 different ways. What I've tried is the number 3, which is the take home one. So what you do is you put it in your hair and you wait, well, as long as you want to. It's a minimum of 10 minutes. I tend to just leave it on and go watch TV or like snuggle my dog for a while. And it just gives that time. And once it's kind of done, it's done. Like it doesn't matter if you keep it on for like 50 hours, it's not gonna, do that much more because once it's done, it's done. So just remember that. Keep it in for at least 10 minutes, leave it on, and if you have virgin hair, no reason to use it, but if you have a bit kind of breakage and you got colour and stuff like that, it might actually be worth trying out. It's a little bit harder to get a hold of, but there's a lot of salons that sell it. And I would try number 3, or if someone offers it when you're having your colour done, it could actually be worth doing it in the salon. But I've noticed a massive difference, and I know quite a few people also have that I know of. So give it a try. Olaplex, it's one of my favourites. I kind of feel that we are so into the naked palettes from Urban Decay that we're actually forgetting that they have a lot of other really nice eyeshadows. So I'm wearing one of my favourites today, and it's from the Vice palettes. Seriously, can we just appreciate how beautiful this palette is? I love it. I think it's so gorgeous. And look at these colours. I mean, they're obviously not like naked and nude like the other ones are, but they're fun. So today I'm actually wearing this one, the Underhand. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I wanted to go because it's a bit autumnal. I just wanted to go a little bit more kind of like purpley. They have awesome pigment, and it's lots of like really fun colours in there. So if you're gonna get a new palette and you really like the Urban Decay eyeshadows, I would really suggest to actually get the Vice palette next time, because even though the naked ones are great, this is actually a little bit more fun, I think, personally. So my modelling tips for today is something that most of our makeup artists do, and involves one of these little eyelash colours that we all love and hate, and a hairdryer. One of the best ways of actually making your lash curler actually curl a bit better and it will last a bit longer is to simply heat it up. So put it on. I'm not going to do it now because it'll be a bit loud, but literally just a couple of seconds, heat it up, and then curl your lashes with it, and it will be a little bit the same as if you're heating up you know, your hair or something. It will just curl a bit better and it will stay a bit longer. So this is a little tip that's really good. Thank you guys for watching this. I love doing these kind of vlogs, and I'm gonna keep on doing them twice a month. And don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you're looking for any of the products or any of my tips, you can always go into the blog, TessM.se. You can see the address right down here. And thank you for checking in. Bye.